Assalamualaikum and hello. Let's continue with the next part of sketching orbital, where we are going to focus in this video about how to draw P orbital. So let's try to do this together. So for P orbital, we know that it represents by L equals to 1. So when L equals to 1, what happened to the M value? So M value is going to be -1, 0, and +1. So when you want to draw, you can see here, you got 3 values for M. So it means that you will have 3 orientations. So that's why in P orbital, you will draw 3 different shapes because of 3 orientations, and those are Px, Py, and Pz. So how we want to draw the shape of P orbital is going to be dumbbell and have a node at the nucleus. So it means that the node is adalah titik pertemuan, intersection, that we can say it is the nucleus. So first step, we are going to draw the general one for Px, Py, dan Pz. So I'm going to draw 3 axes, all of them for tree drawing. So let's go to the first step, tree drawing. And after that, once you've drawn your axis, make sure you label each of them with arrow. So I have X, Z, and Y. And then I have Y, Z, and X. And here I got Y, Z, and X. So as you can see here, I'm going to draw based on 3 orientations. So it means that this one is going to be Px. So I have to draw on my axis. So for Px, we are going to draw on axis X, the shape of dumbbell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw it like this. So from the center, you got 1 node and you got 2 loops here. So after that, you shade your orbital. Make sure the size of your 2 loops here same and symmetrical. So it's a bit similar, it is acceptable. So this is for the drawing on x-axis. The next one, we are going to draw the drawing on y-axis. So it's going to be like this and like that. And don't forget to shade your orbital because we want to indicate that is the area for finding electron. And the last one, we are going to draw on z-axis. So it's going to be like this, z-axis. Okay? So, settle for step number 2. So, how we want to label right now? So, I'm going to label my drawing for the shape of orbital. The first one here is going to be Px. So, how to write it down? P, and then you have to put lower subscript x. And for the second drawing is going to be on axis y. So, it is Py. And the last one is going to be on axis Z, Pz. So that is the general way you want to draw the shape of P orbital. So right now, I'm going to show you difference in size, but still we talk about P orbital. For example, I'm giving you n equals to 3 and n equals to 5. So how you want to do this? So when n equals to 3, I want you to make sure the value of L stay the same. L equals to 1 because we are talking about p orbital. How I want to draw, so I need to make sure I have to show the difference in size. So same as before, draw the axis, all of them. But for example, the orbital that I want you to draw here is px and here is pz. So how you want to do that? Just keep going as usual. You draw the axis, and after that, make sure your axis you label. So here is y, here is z, and here is s, and then here is, for example, I want to change a bit. Here is z, here is x, here is y. So it's fine because it is in three-dimensional region. So you can say that the axis can interchangeable between each other, but at least mesti ada 3 axis. So how I want to draw, I'm going to start with the n equals to 5 first because it's much more bigger than n equals to 3. So I will draw on axis z because the question asked me to draw based on pz. So I draw based on pz, the largest one that I can draw. And after that, I shade my orbital. So as you see here, I got one loop and another one more loop. So in the middle of it is the intersection point we call as nodes, and this is where the nucleus is situated at. And then the next one, I'm going to draw a bit smaller than here for n equals to 3. So n equals to 3 is on axis x. So a bit smaller is going to be this small, so that you can see the difference in size. And after that, you shade your orbitals. So as you see here, bentuk dia still sama, dumbbell, tapi size dia sudah berbeza kerana n equals to 3 is smaller than n equals to 5. And last step, I'm going to label my orbital from step 3. So what should I do here? I'm going to label based on n value. Be specific. So when you have a question where n value is given, you have to make sure the labeling must be specific. So it's going to be here 3px and here is going to be 5pz. So from here you can understand that when M you got 3 orientations, it means that you have px, py, and pz. But M value here can be -1, can be 0, can be +1. You cannot say which one specific. But here py also can be -1, 0, or +1. Same for pz as well. So it means that M value, you can determine there are 3 values of them, but you cannot put the exact one, which one is going to be -1, 0, or +1. Okay, settle for p orbital. In the next video, I'm going to introduce to you the last one where we are going to learn how to sketch the orbital D. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!